Hi everyone. Today we're talking about acting out and misbehaving. I know that it can be really stressful when our child is misbehaving, and sometimes we don't know how to react. Sometimes we get to offer bribes or punishment or just ignore our child, and sometimes we also do or say things that we regret later. What I want to tell you today is that from an aware parenting point of view, and this is the core of the whole theory, is that every child's natural state is to be loving, to be connected, to be cooperative and contributing. There is no baby that is born with the idea or the will of being a bad kid, right? And children don't need to be taught to be good or cooperative. They naturally are. So you might think, so why is my child misbehaving then or acting out? So what I mean by misbehaving is, for example, doing something that is unwanted, like pour some water on the floor or paint on the walls, doing something that is hurtful, like hitting or biting or pulling hair, or doing something that is dangerous, like running towards the road, or do something that we ask them not to do, for example, right? So when our child is misbehaving, it's basically getting away from this natural state of being loving and connected and cooperative and contributing, right? So why is our child misbehaving? Well, we can see three main reasons for that. If our child is acting out, it can be because it needs more information. That is the first reason. It can be because he has unmet needs. That's the second reason. And it can be as well because he needs to release. He's got lots of uncomfortable feelings that need to come out of his body. I'm going to detail now a little bit those three reasons and give you examples and how we can help our children through that. So the first reason why your child can be misbehaving is maybe because he doesn't have enough information, right? So maybe he doesn't know yet that running towards the road can be dangerous, for example. So then we can take the time to come down to his level and calmly explain why it is dangerous. Maybe they don't know yet that they're not supposed to pour water on the floor in the house. So we can, again, take the time to explain, that's okay to do that on the grass, but not in the house, and explain why, so they understand. Or maybe they don't know yet that throwing toys at someone can hurt, and they do not know when they're little, right? Everything is new for them. So again, we can provide them this information with simple words and demonstrations of, like, for example, take a toy and bump it on your head, say, oh, ow, it really hurts, I don't want you to do that, okay? It hurts when we receive a toy on our head. So this is the first reason, but if you've already explained everything to your child and he keeps doing that same thing again and again, even though he knows that he should not do it, then he's probably acting out for another reason. Right? So let's look at the second reason. The second reason could be that he has unmet needs. So some deep, real needs that is not met for him, right? One of those needs can be the need for autonomy and choice. So toddlers can have big tantrums around the feeling of powerlessness and frustration. When they're between 1 and at least 3 years old, they want to do it all by themselves, right? But yet they can't do much by themselves without our help. So they're really torn by this feeling of, like, I want to do it all by myself, but I need your help. And all those little situations are really frustrating for them, and that can push them to act out on this anger or be frustrating. So what we can do then is give them as much autonomy as possible, like carry your own spoon to the table, or go to the toilet by yourself, or fill up your own water bottle, or maybe carry your own backpack, etc. All those little things that your child can do by himself, and you would have the feeling of like, yes, I did it just by myself, you know, and that gives him a sense of power and self-esteem. We can as well give them simple choices, you know, like 2 choices. For example, okay, we need to get dressed now. Do you want the red dress or the green one? Or it's time to brush your teeth now. Do you want to do it yourself, or do I do it for yourself? So they have choices, right? They feel more powerful that way. Another need that could be an unmet need is a need for connection. When our child is disconnected from us, maybe because we did not find the time to play with them that day or to be really present with them, if they feel disconnected from us, they might feel disconnected from themselves and from their loving and cooperative nature, right? So what we can offer our child then is our full attention and really diving into his play for like even just 5-10 minutes would make all the difference sometimes. Another need that can be unmet is a need for his own space. For example, if the little baby sister comes and breaks his towels every time you build them, that can be really frustrating, and he might act out on this anger. Or maybe another need can be a need for food, that when he's really hungry, he just gets a bit mad. So if we think that his misbehavior can be due to an unmet need, then we can try to really listen to them and find ways to meet those needs. So the third reason that we see with aware parenting that our child can be misbehaving because he needs to release uncomfortable feelings, right? So very often when our child is doing something that he knows he should not be doing, he's actually calling for help. If he could put words on his emotions and tell us something, he would probably say something like, "Mom, I feel so mad inside that I can't stop myself from throwing stuff on the ground. Help me." And I'm sure you know that for yourself, when you might have days that you're really upset or angry or frustrated and you can't think clearly, you can't be positive and do good things because you're caught up into your big emotions that we all have. And you might do or say things that you don't enjoy or that you regret later, right? And this is the same for our kids. They are so immersed into uncomfortable feelings sometimes that they get a bit mad. So what we need to remember then is that they do not enjoy misbehaving. They do not enjoy hurting their little sister. They would rather be loving and feeling connected to you and being cooperative and contributing, you know? So really, when they behave in a way that is unwanted, hurtful or violent, they actually are calling for your help. So how can we help them? Well, when our child is, for example, throwing stuff on the ground or hitting someone, we can firstly stop the behavior. So you can stop him setting a loving limit, saying, "I won't let you throw that, my sweetheart," okay, or "I won't let you hurt your sister." And then offer compassion. "I see that you're upset, you know, I'm here for you, my love, I'm listening to you, you can let it all out, I'm here, I see you're upset." And then our role, once we stopped the hurtful behavior and offer our full attention and love, is to welcome those big feelings. What I mean by that is that once you give your child your full attention and your love and you put a limit to his behavior, it's very likely that he will start raging and screaming or just crying. And this is a very positive thing. It means that the big feelings are coming out. It means that he's getting out some of the frustration that he had inside himself. And because he's expressing through crying some of the anger that he had inside, then you won't need to act on this anger by throwing stuff or hurting someone. Does that make sense? So yeah, let's welcome the feelings, and while our child is crying and raging, all what we want to do really is to stay present with him. Stay present and connecting and protect him from getting hurt, because toddlers that have big tantrums move a lot and throw themselves around and are really loud, and all that is really normal, right? So we're just there for them, and we let them know that, I'm here, I'm listening to you, and I love you, my darling. Let it all out. I'm here. That's good. We try not to distract him with food or with a book or whatever. We really just want to listen compassionately and accepting as much as possible the feelings that he's sharing with us that day. And once the big feelings are out of his body, he will naturally get back to his loving and compassionate nature. You will notice that he'll be happier, he'll be more relaxed, he will want to play more just by himself, and he will just be more loving and gentle in general. So that's it for today. This is the message I want to pass on today, is really remember that your child does not want to misbehave, is not enjoying that. If he does misbehave, it can be because he needs more information, because he has unmet needs, or because he needs to release some uncomfortable feelings that are making him a bit mad. And he does that for crying and raging. So that's it. Just remember that next time your child is acting out, is actually calling for help. And so maybe just come to his level, help him stop the hurtful behavior, and listen compassionately to all the big feelings that are coming out. Thank you for watching. You're amazing. And I send you big hugs. Bye.